Are you wondering if Kent, Washington is a good place to buy a home? Maybe you've heard of the proximity to Seattle or its affordability, or maybe you're just exploring all the possibilities in the Seattle metro area. Well, today I'm gonna take us on a little map tour of Kent, Washington, and we'll cover all the highlights: where to live, what to do, and what is drawing people to the area. I'm Brandy, and I'm one half of the WB Nobles real estate team. My husband William and I really do enjoy helping folks make informed decisions on where to live, work, and play in Western Washington. So whether your move is just around the corner or still on the horizon, we're here to help you every step of the way. All of our contact details are right below, so please don't hesitate to reach out. You know, I wanted to start today off with just recognizing that Kent, Washington has not historically overall had a good reputation. And it's really kind of been rolling around in my head lately because we've been doing a lot of research on Kent. We mentioned in a previous video that Kent's caught our eye recently because of all of the new construction communities that are popping up in the area that are really providing great opportunities for folks who want a little bit more room, a little bit bigger home, a little bit more yard, a driveway, those kind of things, and don't want to pay the prices that would be necessary for that kind of experience in the more desirable areas of Seattle and Bellevue and maybe Redmond or even Issaquah. And it would be a bummer if folks don't look at Kent and those areas just because of the reputation that Kent gets. And I also wanted to keep things real. I don't want to give the same information that everybody else has. I know that it seems like realtors have a tendency to just be, sunshine and rainbows and only give the positive parts of every area. And so I just wanted to take a moment to recognize that not all areas of Kent are going to be super desirable for all people. And I also just want to take a moment to be like, I'm not the authority on what is going to be the best option for you. Everybody's going to have a different experience. Everybody's going to have different criteria and different ideas of what is ideal for them in the area that they want to live in. And so really what my job is to listen to you, your needs, your criterias, your lifestyle, and help find what works for you. I never want to persuade you of any specific area that doesn't feel like it fits for you. I always tell our clients, don't be scared to give me some feedback. If you hate an area or you hate a listing I send you, I am not going to get my feelings hurt. Please let me know. That helps me filter out and refine the options that I find for you and share with you. Okay, getting back on track, I want to start off with looking at Kent city limits as a whole because I think it's really interesting. I don't know very many kind of city limit maps that look quite like Kent. So as you can see, we've got Kent's kind of main city limits in here, which is all kinds of wonky anyways, but then we have these little pockets of Kent all up in here. And so that's just really curious to me. And for those who don't live in this area, like locals, when we think of Kent, we actually kind of think of all of this area as being Kent when it really isn't. And so the thing that you can see here too on the map is Kent is really a great location because we've got Seattle right here, and it really takes about 25-30 minutes unless there's heavier traffic to get up into Seattle. And then it's a little bit less time to get down into Tacoma. And then you're also right in a great spot to hop onto the 405 and get up to Bellevue or even Redmond. Now, Redmond's going to be a little bit more of a commute for sure for those, working in the Microsoft world. But overall, it's a really great commuting location for folks. So that's one reason why a lot of people look at Kent. Another reason that I really like the Kent area is because if we look at its proximity here to Tiger Mountain, and this is actually Cougar Mountain, and there's just so much opportunity there for hiking and enjoying nature. There's even a zoo somewhere over here on Cougar Mountain. And then it's also a really straight shot on Highway 18 here to get over to 90, and then you can go anywhere east, over the mountains, out skiing at Snoqualmie Pass, etc. And then you also are really close to heading over to the ferry. So you just can come right up here and go and get over to the peninsula, or you can drive easily around I-5 and right over to the peninsula. It's a really easy access to be able to get anywhere in Western Washington from Kent. So it's one of the major reasons why folks look at Kent as a possibility. So I wanted to dig into some of the neighborhoods in Kent. When I was doing the research for the neighborhoods in Kent, I found that niche.com has this beautiful map situation that I thought was pretty cool. It's interactive, so we can see the various neighborhoods and quickly see what grade niche.com gives these neighborhoods. So according to niche.com, Mill Creek area of Kent, which includes kind of the downtown area, because really the downtown area of Kent is like right in here. So when we look at this map, we notice that the downtown area of Kent is really what's like right off of 167. And it's like right in this area. According to niche.com, the downtown area ends up being in Mill Creek neighborhood, gets part of the downtown area, but also South Kent. And yeah, I really like South Kent and Mill Creek. You get the downtown area. So that's a little bit interesting to me because niche.com is saying, okay, Mill Creek's getting a B-, and the downtown area for some people is probably the most like not sought after, the most the area that's got kind of the baddest rap per se. And so that's probably why it gives it the like B- area. But if you get like a little bit further up here in the Mill Creek area, then you get a little bit nicer areas, a little bit more like cozy, community-centric neighborhoods. And then what you're finding in the kind of these outer areas of Mill Creek are newer homes. So then when we get down in the downtown area, you've got Kent Station. And Kent Station, this whole area in here is shopping and restaurants and services such as like Kinko's and FedEx and coffee shops. It's kind of the main center where you go for all your like basic suburban needs, really, or I guess city needs. And then you've also got the Showwear Center right here, and that's where our local junior ice hockey team plays, the Thunderbirds, which I hear is a whole lot of fun. It's also just a lot of entertainment. There's shows, concerts. Our daughter just graduated, had her graduation ceremony there this last summer. So the Showwear Center is a great destination for all kinds of events. And then you've got the Town Square Plaza, And that's where a lot of the community events happen, the tree lighting ceremony every year, and parades, and all kinds of various gatherings. And we've talked about some of those in some of our other videos. And you also have the Mill Creek Earthworks Park, which is kind of still considered downtown, but it's like all the neighborhoods really like in that area really have a good access to that park. And again, there's lots of activities and events that happen in this park. And you'll notice a big thing about Kent is all the green. Like we have just so many green spaces in the area. So there's parks all along in here, and there's parks in here, and you know, just green spaces and parks all around in the Kent area. So there's lots of access to outdoor spaces. And if we head back over to niche.com for a moment, Mill Creek here, and let's talk about South Kent. So South Kent, niche.com gives it a rating of C. That's where I think a little bit more of kind of the rougher areas are. And it's also more where the industrial stuff is as well. Okay, so the South Kent area is kind of considered this right in here. And it's really a mix of cozy neighborhoods mixed with a variety of residential options, ranging from apartments and condos and townhomes to single family homes. And really the draw to the South Kent area is its proximity to transportation and amenities, etc. We've also got the Kent Swim and Tennis Club in this area. And another really cool destination spot in kind of the South Kent, kind of East Kent area is this Kent Historical Museum. As you can see here, it's got a pretty high rating, and I hear that it's got some really interesting things about the area. Fun fact, Kent used to be considered the lettuce capital of the world. It is definitely, that valley used to be a lot of the whole Kent Valley used to be all farmland. And you can actually still see this in some of the outskirts of Kent. In fact, all along the Military Road here, there's still, especially the further south you go on the Military Road, there's still little farms all along there. In fact, I love stopping for some farm fresh flowers in the spring and summertime. One of my favorite little splurges in the summer. And now I want to talk about Lake Meridian. Lake Meridian is right over here. And a lot of people, when they think of Kent, they think of Lake Meridian being kind of the more posh area. But I found it interesting that niche.com only gives it a C+. And I think it's because really the more details I looked into it, there's a lot of retirees there. And so it's pretty, well established, and probably not as it's definitely desirable in that it's a family friendly area. But there maybe isn't a lot as much as the amenities and stuff like that. But it is a highly desirable area, and a lot of people want access to that lake. It's a beautiful lake, and there's a lot of swimming and boating and stuff like that out there. So it's definitely a community-centric neighborhood. And it's all pretty much, for the most part, single family residents. And let's see, what else do we have on here? Over here, the lakes. So the lakes niche.com rates it as a B. And it's given its name really from the fact that there are lots and lots of lakes in that area. So the lakes area, you've got all these little lakes all around in here. Lake Fenwick Park, and it's got a lot of the Green River running through it and all these little lakes around here. And the lakes area is a very well established neighborhood, and it really is known for its beautiful views of the water. Now, there is a high concentration of apartments and condos and townhomes, so a lot of multifamily homes in this area. So I did find that a little bit interesting because of the fact that there is the golf course here. And typically in most areas, like the golf course, you're gonna see a lot of single family residents. But here we've got a whole lot of apartments and condos and townhomes, and especially in this area. In fact, when I looked at the listings that are currently available in this area, all of them are either condos or townhomes. So there are some single family residents in what area is considered the lakes, but really it's a lot more multifamily and a lot more renters than there are owners in that area. But it's really close to I-5 and the 516 and Highway 99, and there is a lot of folks who are college students that live in that area because Highline College is right there. So Highline Community College is one of the, it's kind of the major community college that's like south of Seattle. Okay, let's hop back over to niche.com. I want to look at what's considered North Kent up here. And North Kent is rated at a B. Now, I also found this a little bit interesting too, because when you talk to folks in general, like local folks who live in the area or have lived in the area, they usually typically say, oh, live in the north part of Kent, the part that's closer to Renton. It's much quieter in that area, and you're gonna find a lot more of that like quiet suburban neighborhoods. It's definitely one of the areas where you're gonna find more the new builds, the new construction as well in that area. And so looking at all these neighborhoods, like those are the major ones that you really think of when you think of Kent. Riverview, niche.com gives it a B. And then if we come down here, we get a couple that our niche.com says, okay, lower rated, C+ in Autumn Glen, and Arbor Village has got a B-. And so what I did next was, what kind of price range do all of these neighborhoods give us? So here we go. We've got over here in Lake Meridian, the median home sold price for November was $675,000. Now, if you look at like what the home value, the median home value is in that area, it's in the mid to upper $700,000. And then you've got the Mill Creek area where the median home sold price was around $600,000. And then South Kent, you're getting into lower numbers, $325,000. Now over here at the lakes, this used to be lower. This is increasing. And the reason being, I think, is because there's a couple more new, bigger, new construction communities coming in right around and down here. And then up in North Kent, which a lot of times you hear from local folks, hey, you know, the north side of Kent is you know, really where to go, etc. And you're still in pretty reasonable price range for at least at the median. And then, so you really have a varied in Kent, right? It's pretty varied. And Arbor Village is clearly one of the higher end areas. And I think too, again, there's some more newer construction out there. Definitely in Covington and Mill Creek area out here, Maple Valley, Covington and Maple Valley. So the big reason why you're seeing higher prices out here is because there's a lot more of the new construction builds in Covington and Maple Valley, which is just off the map here. We'll take a look at that here. And we see that Maple Valley is just to the east of Kent. And we really, locals, we kind of think of this area as just like an extension of Kent to an extent. But there's a lot more of those newer development neighborhoods out here in the Covington Maple Valley area. And really overall, the median sold home price in Kent as of November 2025 was $651,000. So we have a really good range in Kent. Kent really does have a lot of options for everyone, really. Like, you've got options for your starter homes, first-time home buyers, maybe for the young urban professionals. There's a lot of business opportunities in Kent. There's a lot of services that help support folks who have small businesses or are working from home, that sort of thing. Really close to all of the commute options. And again, close to Highline Community College. Last but not least, I did want to mention, because it's probably my favorite thing about Kent, is it's real close to the PGP Motorsports Park and the Pacific Raceways. PGP specifically is one of my very favorite things to do. As you can see, these are some serious go-karts. They're not just the little kiddie go-karts that you find at the carnival or something like that. These, you can really get some speed in, and they are a ton of fun. So that is one of the major activities that I think of when I think of going out to Kent, Washington. As well as great motorsports, there's also so many options for dining and shopping in the area, but really food is kind of a big deal in the Kent area, because one of the other big things about Kent is it's one of the most diverse cities in the United States. I think it ranks number 7 or something. We talked about it in one of our previous videos. And when you have that kind of diversity, you get to enjoy all the different various foods from all over the world. And I personally love to explore new cuisines and new foods. And there's lots of celebration about the diverse area and the different communities and cultures that we get to experience in that area. And so if that's something that really appeals to you or is high priority for you or your families, then definitely check out Kent. And when you look at Kent, remember, don't look at just the downtown area of Kent. Look at some of the other areas of Kent that might have a little bit less chaos and a little bit more community feel and a little bit more serenity. So whether it's the incredible parks and access to nature that Kent offers, the amazing food, or just the perfect location for commuting and all of your other needs, this city really has so much to offer. I really hope that this video provided you with high value information. I really strive to provide folks with as much information that I can in order for you all to make informed decisions about what's best for you, your needs, your lifestyle, your budget. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you never miss out on insider tips about life in Western Washington. And remember, if you're planning to move to or within the area, whether next month or next year, we'd love to help you find that perfect place to call home. Just give us a call, send us an email, or click the link below to schedule a time to chat. We've got you covered, rain or shine. Until next time, explore, dream, and discover the best places to call home.